I'm Jose Galvez and I play guitar.
I'm Ryan Slager and I play guitar and sing.
Pat Edwards, I play drums.
Starwick, I play keyboard.
What would happen to Ozma as a band if you woke up one morning, you just found that like your whole fan base consisted of like copious amounts of like drunken frat boys, like Dave Matthews Band? Would you just decide to like hang up your red and yellow banner and kind of like call it quits? Or
I think that's what happened to Kirk for me, actually. In some way, maybe that's true. It's a joke, but maybe it's true.
I think if our fan base turned into drunken frat boys, that means, I don't know, if they liked anything that we wrote, then we could just write anything we want. And that would give us the freedom to write and get our music out there the way we think it should be. And they would like it anyway because they'd be brainwashed.
Have you ever had to make amps and guitars out of scrap metal because, you know, you had about 10 minutes till the end of the show?
Yeah, like, seriously.
And then the music comes on and we're there soldering.
Yeah, I've sometimes. When that happens, we turn on the Final Countdown by Europe, and we're like, I get out my Swiss Army knife and we fucking go at it. We just put various pieces of scrap together and we just string it.
Yeah.
We just string it and we push it to the envelope.
We push it to the envelope.
In the most general sense, the music's fairly basic, like it's rock and roll. But it seems like every song has its own little thing that sets it apart. In one song maybe it's a keyboard line, in one song it's like a crazy bass riff, another song it's you know, harmony vocals. I mean, I was wondering how you guys write the songs. You know, do you come together, everybody brings their own part, somebody show up with a guitar line and you go from there?
We just try to make everything different. Go with it.
Ryan writes a lot of songs, Dan writes a lot of songs, so it's not just one person writing. So
we're bound to have a mix, sort of a grab bag, you might say. A potpourri of different things.
Do you look to have any kind of sound? I mean, do you look to be described in a few words? Or does it make a difference to you at all what you're putting out? I mean, you know how a band can progress as their career goes. And by the time they're done, what they put out 20 years later is incredibly different from what they started with.
We try to come up with one to explain it to people, but really it's just, I think, the music and then whatever comes out is what we do. And
the stuff you're writing mean more to you personally, like a form of expression, or does it really mean a lot that other people can get into it?
I'm glad you asked that. I think that it's kind of a strange balance because when we first started, people didn't know anything about our music and they sort of just stood there. And that was sort of meaningful to me because it was just for me. And then when everyone jumps up and down, it's sort of like it takes it away from me a little bit. And I feel sort of strange about it.
it's a lot more fun to go out there knowing that kind of people are there for you instead of trying to impress like 4,000 people. It's a different mentality. And it's not what we're used to back home. So.
Alright, the first match we're going to talk about here, hypothetically, is the Go-Go's versus Stevie Nicks, with Fleetwood Mac as like a guest referee. Now you got to keep in mind that Stevie Nicks is a witch on this one.
So it's corrupt from the start, so I'll go with Stevie Nicks.
What was her relationship with the rest of the band though? Were they good?
Yeah, they were good. Stevie Nicks, they were close. Yeah, they were
See, because if they had a bad friendship,
crazy drummer guy, then he would probably go for Stevie Nicks.
Alright, how about an evening gown match? Paul Rubens versus George Michael.
George Michaels would probably win because he's fucking macho.
Now, how about a creepy cage match? If we have like, what if we pitted like Christopher Walken versus John Malkovich? Like, arguably the two scariest guys in Hollywood.
Malkovich, I don't know if he really could kick ass. Like, he doesn't seem to have that bad side.
Well, maybe in a chess match, Malcolm.
Oh, easily. But Walken's the physical terror.
Yeah.
We've got Kid from Knight Rider.
Okay.
And Herbie the Love Bug. With the rights to face David Hasselhoff in a winner-takes-all championship bout. Now this brings, to the forefront, you have a whole mortality issue. If Kit wins, obviously he'd be facing his maker, David Hasselhoff.
How could Feeney still the voice of Kit?
No, but think, how could David Hasselhoff compete without Kit? You have to keep that in mind too.
Yeah.
David Hasselhoff is nothing.
Kit takes the whole tournament.
No.
You're saying if Kit beats the Love Bug, he's got to face.
I got it.
All right, listen to Ryan.
The Love Bug wins because he always does.
No.
He always does.
Because Kit did lose one time on that one battle where
Which kit? The first one or the second
Yeah, there's the one
generation?
with
The one with the
Turbo
things,
Booster kit, which
the Turbo Booster kit?
No, I think we have to go with the original.
The original.
Yeah, see, the original kit did die.
Love bug.
Right, so,
Love Bug.
yeah, Love Bug. And then David Hasselhoff, it would be a stalemate because they're attracted to each other.
They'd end up going.
They ride off into the sunset.
They right up into the sunset. You know.
Wait, is the Love Bug a stick shift? Or
I believe so, yes.
Yeah.
they're gonna get together.
I know from the Thundercats versus He-Man, with the Sword of Almond suspended from a ceiling on a rope.
Battle Armor He-Man or just regular He-Man?
What did you say was
So it's
what set of the rope?
It's the Sword of
He-Man
Omen.
and She-Ra all the way.
The Sword of
He-Man and
Almond.
She-Ra. He-Man and She-Ra. Because the cats are just animals and they can't think the way that men can.
You know, even though the sword is suspended from the ceiling, Lino could just, you know, shout Thundercats and it'd come to his hand, you know?
I don't know. She-Ra's pretty tough.
She is pretty tough.
So if it's
I mean,
two of them,
she took the women's rights movement and pushed it to have like 10 years.
She did.
So,
She was an equal to He-Man.
in closing, we like to let our guests plug stuff. So, whatever you have to plug.
We want to plug Ludacris and the Ho song.
check it out. Everybody loves Ludacris.
And Bob Ross.
And Bob Ross, he's the guy that paints the happy little trees.
Oh, yeah, that's right. But didn't he pass away?
He did, but we're still
Yeah.
plugging him.
It's okay.
You can go to his website and
still order it.
Buy the tape.
and buy the tape of all.
Oh,
Pretty
and we
Little
want to
Trees.
plug one more thing. Extreme Laughs video. This guy, he defecates in his pants. It's great.
Guys, thanks a lot.
Thank you.
We
Thank you.
appreciate it.
Very, very enjoyable interview.
You guys did a good
Very
job.
nice.